we are live. What's going on? What's going on? Shorts feed. Look, y'all. Smash that like button on the way in. Subscribe. Let's talk about it. Your boy's fasting over here. You know what I'm saying? Still ain't nothing. You know what I mean? No diddy. Haven't eaten anything. That's what I meant to say. And, did my workouts. And I'm still going. About to get on my walk journey here once we're done here. Gotta knock this business out first. What's going on? What's going on? I got another one, y'all. Just another one from Cosmic Verse where we're discussing why men are done with leftover Western women. Again, smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Drop a comment, hopefully during the live. If not, during the replay. Gang, gang on gang. Salute. And with no further ado, let's get into it.
Westernized woman. I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can pay my own bill. Turn it down.
We do not need to date the nice guy. We need to date that toll.
Why are the most loyal and boyfriend material guys single? This is what
The only metric modern women use to judge a man is based on his wallets to fund her lifestyle. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as
That's right,
it is
guys.
our
Make sure you
sole form of
subscribe.
support. Thank you.
I saw a video the other day. A girl's like, men are afraid to come up to us. They're not afraid to come up to you. I mean, maybe some feel a little insecure, but by and large, they're just like, I don't need this aggravation today. I don't need some diva aggravation today, because more often than not, what do? Nasty, like a little attitude, puckered lips. The pucker lip. They're tired. They're tired. They're tired of getting made fun of. They're tired of being, abused. They're tired of getting, oh, I'm a meme now. Because why? Because I looked your way for 2 seconds in the gym?
Excuse me, I am so sorry, but where in the world did you get that?
Get what?
That smile, it's beautiful.
Get the fuck out. Yeah, you're weird.
That's weird?
Yeah.
Damn, was it something I
Broke up with him. It was too much. He was too great. We did it for 3 months. He was not a pushover. He had friends. He was cool. He was perfect. And he took me places and spent money on me. He had a car and he had a bank account and he had health insurance. And I broke up with him. I went back to my ex who got me a $15 gift card to Taco Bell for my birthday.
Did you notice this woman mentioned nothing negative about this man, and she still left him? See,
Yeah, but that ex was banging the bottom out of her. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All he had to do was give her Taco Bell.
this is what I mean. A man could be an amazing guy, but there's always something missing for these women. You just have to wonder, what exactly are they looking for? If the guy was so great and amazing, why break up with him? It's frustrating because even the best of men can end up being discarded if they don't meet some undefined expectation. There's also the influence of societal pressures that push women to believe they can always do better, fueling a never-ending search for the perfect partner. These women always come to their senses only after dealing with guys who don't care about them as much, leading to feelings of regret. But by that time, it's already too late.
Men should just stop approaching women altogether if this is what they want.
Yes.
Excuse me.
This is what we want. Please leave us alone.
hate to break it to you. I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Divorce laws are also a good reason why not to marry a woman in the West. I'm a Western woman and I approve that message. We've lost our way and need to get back to basics. At least 95% of Eastern men would never think of marrying a Western girl. The image social media has painted and how Western women have portrayed themselves is too scary. I tried dating my own Asian American. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I ended up marrying my Southeastern Asian wife in Cambodia. Feminism has destroyed Western women. There's no men flying into the West to marry modern American women because they're difficult to deal with. And those men do not want to deal with their attitudes, where a traditional woman would say to a man, "I got your back." A modern Western woman would say, "I got your money." Dealing with women in the West is only about what they can get from a man and what can a man do for them. This mindset can create a toxic atmosphere where men feel used or undervalued,
Get your
leading
passport.
to a growing reluctance to pursue relationships
Roll out.
with Western women. The idea of love, support and partnership is often overshadowed by a focus on financial stability, which can deter men from wanting to invest emotionally or physically in these relationships. That's why many men are turning elsewhere to find true connections.
Dating in your 20s is hard. Honestly, I'm
Very
over
hard.
it. I don't care anymore.
I mean, yeah, I just want a husband so bad.
You? Really? Right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself like 3 years.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean is like I want to date somebody for a good like 3 years and then get engaged.
Oh, okay. I
It's
understand.
like I want to meet my husband now. I don't want to
True.
date another person that I'm just gonna end up breaking up with.
Smash the like button.
Why
Shorts
are the
feed, I
most
see y'all.
loyal and boyfriend material guys single? This is what I constantly hear from other girls, and I have the answer. I think it all stems that women are programmed to see the ideal man as weak, beta, or sus. And that is why they always fall for the guy that cold approaches them and uses some cheesy, corny pickup line. But then they're surprised when 3 months later they got cheated on. I really think we need to stop romanticizing players and romanticize guys that are nervous to talk to women. Hear me out. I'm talking about the guys who
You
overthink
think?
and do not want to cold approach a girl because they do not want to come across as a creep. And girls just don't get it. They're always like, shoot your shot. Like, the worst she can say is no. No, ladies, that is not the worst she can say. Trust me. You see, most guys can easily hold a conversation, but they're afraid to start it. It should be seen as cute or endearing when a guy is nervous to talk to you. He's fidgeting. He's not making direct eye contact all the time, or maybe stepping back and giving you space. Oh, and side note, you're not going to find these
Absolutely.
guys at the clubs or parties. They're at home.
Shout out to all
Don't
the
be a
veterans.
nice guy, be a good man.
Salute. I appreciate you joining me. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Navy. Salute to all the branches. Shout out to all the veterans and active duty. Let's go. What a day. What a day. What a proud day to be an American.
And honestly, just stay alone. It's not worth it because we have given up. We don't want to play your games anymore and are happier alone. Apparently, I'm husband material, but not boyfriend material. The worst is not the rejection. It's being called a creep and being manipulated.
Absolutely. And the reason why they're getting advice from other women is easy. You know, they're all 10s, they're all queens, no accountability.
Or taking you for fun. Well, the most loyal guys are single because they get used for their good hearts. Women typically try to walk over them because of their character and how they comport themselves. They tend to mistake their kindness for weakness when all that man is trying to do is make
they
that
do.
woman happy. Even though
You cannot be nice to the Western woman. You can. I myself recently caught myself being nice to a Western woman after exchanging numbers, and she ghosted me. Now, little does she know, I don't give a shit, and I'm not the one that's going to be obsessing over the other, working out on TikTok shirtless. But I'm just saying, man, you know, they do strange things. You be polite to them, and they just ghost you. You say stuff to them like, you know, let me see that ass. You might get what you want. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, just text it to them, see them titties and ass. Might as well just straight up ask, why not? If you be nice, they're going to just, you know what I mean, ghost you anyway. If you say it straight up, they might ghost you anyway. Who cares? Either way it goes, it ain't even going to matter. You know, so there's no incentive, okay? It's not like in Asia or whatever, Germany and whatnot, where women are approaching you and or looking feminine, or you don't get anything out of being nice to an American Western woman.
Some of them has been hurt. They've come to learn that women do not like nice guys. It's really shallow of them, to be honest. They would rather chase that one guy and compete with 20 different other women rather than dating this man that she knows would treat her better. These women have a habit of getting in and out of toxic relationships.
I appreciate you, brother.
If anything, I'd say the nice guy needs to stay away from that type of woman. She'll only bring chaos to your life.
Why do you think it's so much harder to date today? It should be easier than ever.
We have so much choice. You have this illusion that...
How can two females sitting on a podcast that look like they do ask that type of question? Like, what? Look at how y'all look. God knows what your pronouns are. Look at how you're presenting yourselves, and you're wondering. We don't find this. This is why masculinity had to come back. Traditional masculinity had to come back. Dominant males have to come back, man. This is what it is.
That there are so many other people out there. So you go on a first date and then it's like, yeah, I had a good time, but let me go see who else is out there. Let me see who's at this other party. There's this idea that it's not like you're going to focus on one person if you don't feel amazing chemistry the first time. Sometimes it takes hanging out with people over time.
Smash that like button. I appreciate y'all liking the show. Subscribe.
At least 6 foot.
Your boy Shadow Man.
It's too short for a guy.
Anything under 6'5".
How much money does a guy need to date you?
About like 100K. 100,000. At least 100K a month. 200,000 a month. Probably well over 400K. 500 grand at the least on the figures. Like $1 million, $2 million. The mills. Minimum.
Now remember, guys, they're only asking for this because their baby fathers and their exes made twice as much. You gotta think. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think.
Mom, £1 million. But still, I need a millionaire.
Here's some things I expect a man to pay for while I'm dating him or we're in a relationship.
Here are some of my rules for a first date. Give me my rules for a first date.
Number 1, I'm not saving your number in my phone until we're engaged.
Do not take me to a fancy restaurant. Show me your tax returns. Show me your bank statements. Show me your face. Show me your profile.
We're saying no to coffee.
And show me your weight on a scale. Show me your measurements.
Dates. We're saying no to buffer dates. We're saying no to walks in a park.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option. Show me your body, top to bottom, do a 360. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Okay, I'm not. You think I'm joking? It's the actual truth.
That's why American women will go like the dinosaurs.
Her ass is probably as flat as a pancake, and she's saying that stuff. Get out of here, man.
Extinct. The entitlement from these females is wild. Do they deserve the man they want, is the better question. Those women aren't worth to look at. Even if you have the requirements, they only have arrogance to offer. Man, they're not looking for marriage. They're looking for a victim to prey on with that list. As you can see, these kinds of women are just a nightmare
Stoicism.
to deal with.
It's the way to go.
Many
Smash
throw
that
out
like button, y'all.
unrealistic expectations while being completely oblivious to the actual statistics about men making $1 million a year. All of these expectations comes from their sense of entitlement of the man they think they deserve. But truthfully, some of these...
And I'm going to say this. I think chasing women is cope. If you're chasing women, you have no purpose. You're not in proper alignment. And I think it's cope. You want a woman to hold you to make you feel better. That's what it is. That's why you chase them. And it's cope, man. It's cope. Because if you was on your business, it wouldn't matter. That's why, like I said, man, when you're on your grind, when they start ghosting or being weird, it don't matter to you. Like, it don't matter to you because you were thinking anyway, like, how am I going to find time for this female with my busy schedule? So when they disappear, so the only, problem is when they disappear before you get the pictures. You want to get some pictures and video. They're sending them to everybody anyway, So, but it's whatever. Not like you're going to save them, but, you want to see what they're working with. But if they slide out before then it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Women don't even qualify to be with such a man. They might focus on superficial traits, like wealth or status, without recognizing that a successful man often looks for equally valuable qualities in a partner. They may have a long list of demands: financial stability, charm, good looks, yet often fail to reflect on what they bring to the table.
I don't need to provide for a man. I do not need to provide for
So a man don't need to provide for you
and I
either?
put emphasis on
A man does not
Do you
need
know why I'll say this?
to provide for you
Do you know
either.
why I'll say this?
A man does not need to provide for you
Are you
either.
arguing with me? Any man that asks me what do I bring to the table is a bum.
Nothing.
He's a
You
bum.
absolutely don't bring nothing to the
You
table.
know why he's a bum? And I'm not saying financially.
You do not bring
I'm saying
nothing to the
mentally-
table, and that is the problem.
mentally,
You think you do, but you actually bring nothing to the table.
I got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another one. Cooked. Cooked.
You can't even tell me
Cooked.
what you bring to the table.
Look at her. Lost for word. Look at, see? Let me tell you what happened here. Your boy right here is a mastermind in psychology. He knew she was going to run through a diatribe, a script in her head. He kept messing up her train of thought. See, that's what I like to do with these women too. But I don't talk about it online because I want to catch them by surprise. You just got to mess up their train of thought. Y'all be on that podcast with them. You know when they're interrupting you? They're interrupting you because they know if you were to interrupt them, they would lose their train of thought. She was just going to just ramble off some shit. He messed that whole thing up, and then she started listening to him, and then she had nothing to say to what he said. And that's why we're getting that look in her face like, look at those eyes. She's like, nigga, if I could right now, I'd take you out the game.
She has a very sad outlook on things. What you bring to the table has nothing to do with providing for a man. I'm glad he repeated himself and told her the truth. Her pause. Women like
hilarious.
her expect princess treatment just because
She
they
was
were
ready to
born
go
a
in.
woman.
She thought she was gonna cook.
Ridiculous.
Let's say he just started his own business.
She thought
he
she
makes
ate.
$45,000 a year. Would you date him?
You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years. No, 8 years to afford my
Wait, how much?
engagement ring?
I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
My ring has to sparkle from across the street.
Broke woman talk. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Gentlemen, hide your wallets. We got some brokies in the house. We got some brokey talk over here.
Like, you have to do that shit. It's good blind people. But, like, I'm not a regular girl.
Buy a dog and die alone.
This one here is for all my girlies over 30. Recently,
My brother, you know what I'm talking about. You know when you start hearing that brokey talk, what to do. You know what I mean? Tuck your wallet, you know, and exit stage left. Beeline, haul ass. You know, that brokey talk. You heard of that broke? $200,000 for a ring. Oh, you don't know nothing about money. Oh, no, you broke. You ain't never had none. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I came across this YouTube video of a young man, and he had a bunch of men on his live and while he was recording. And my conclusion of the 3-hour-long video is that men nowadays, no matter how old they are, they're only interested.
Oh, you know that Pearl was going to cook her. I don't know why, he cut that part out. You know, she probably took a little while to get there. Because, a lot of these podcasters, like Pearl and like Anton Daniels, these people can't see it coming. They set these people up like playing chess. They set them up, and the people don't see it. Next thing you know it, checkmate, done. Cooking them on live streams.
In girls between the ages of 18 and 25. Now you tell me now, where does that left we? Where are we? Over 30. I'm 41.
Is that what you got?
Left.
Tell me now.
No, me not have to worry about it, because me
Call me
well
now
married
for
for
your free
22
reading.
years. But life takes its twists and turns. So does it mean that once you turn 30, 25, does it fair?
It is in a man's biology.
Well, I do be liking them Jamaican and Caribbean women's accents.
To be attracted to younger women, and for some older women, that can be hard to accept. it's already a struggle for older women to find a partner because, for many of them, men don't even notice them as much anymore, as men tend to gravitate toward younger women who they associate with fertility, energy, and vibrancy. Older women often feel sidelined in the dating market.
I feel like with you guys, you're like, oh, like she's been passed around the whole team. We can't wipe you up because you had A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And she's like, okay, but like I was in my phase and like.
Excuse me. A new administration, okay? A new administration. Let me tell you something. Out with the old and in with the new. We're making America healthy again. This is unacceptable. This big backetry is unacceptable. You know what I mean? These wings are unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Everything else is like, okay, it's like, okay, googly moogly. But, there needs to be some more work done here. With this new administration, we want the women to step their game up. And you cannot be talking junk if you're not fit.
I like you, and I feel like a lot of guys won't like concentrate on that one girl because she's been passed around.
I'll be real with you. If she's been passed around and I know who she's been passed around with, I can't do it.
I'd
rather not know. Because I know everybody has a past, so I'm not going to go attacking you about your past. But if I know the guys that you've been with, especially if I'm close with them, no chance.
She will subconsciously.
No, and see, this is why I said new administration, because we're not taking passed down leftovers. We're not accepting it. You know what I'm saying? We're not accepting it. Return to sender. We're working our butts off here. You know how hard it is to work out like we do? We're not taking y'all just sitting around farting and stuff. Eating Cheetos, man, Red Dye 40, and Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper. And some gummy worms. Come on, man. Look, we're not asking for much. I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. You know what I'm saying? We done pretty much covered what needs to be said. Hang on, let me see if there's another crazy chick. Hang on, let me see. Hold up. Wait a minute. Can I get this?
Men, and why is a phase necessary to discuss?
Ugly men trying to humble you. I have never, ever, not one.
Okay. Now, I'm glad this came up. Now, I know y'all are going to be like, oh, well, she's not ugly, but who told her that she's cute enough to get online and talk like this? You know what I mean? But let's let her cook.
Once in real, actual life, been humbled by a sexy ass man. Like, nope, he's not doing it, baby. He is not doing it. Actually, those men, the confident, secure, strong, sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, amazing hotties, they want you to pop your shit, baby. They want you to pop your...
Well, allow me to be the first, you know what I'm saying, attractive gentleman to let you know you ain't shit. You're basic as fuck. And you're talking crazy. On to the next.
Shit. And those men, they be getting everything.
What I can appreciate about Passport Bros is I think it's an effective flag being raised for Western women as well. I'm not necessarily saying that they're going to find someone. I'm not saying that they're not going to get screwed over. I'm not even necessarily saying that I would encourage men to go do it. Like you said, if you want to, cool. The motivation for it is the fact that men are still expected to act very traditionally. They're expected to be very chivalrous. They're expected to be protectors. Maybe they're not expected to provide to the same extent now that women can essentially match them on income. But if that's what a man's duty to you is, to be chivalrous, it's very, very loosely defined what a woman's duty to a man is.
It's very ambiguous.
And that is why I think they go to places where they are actually taught from a young age how to treat a man.
Yes.
What is your duty to a man?
There's good and bad everywhere when it comes to finding relationships. But in the West, it's just out of control.
It's all bad.
Modern women in the West seem to be primarily taught how to take, and take. It often boils down to the question of how a man can make their lives better, rather than how they can contribute to a partnership. In contrast, in other countries, women are taught the value of treating a man well, being respectful, and understanding the importance of mutual support in a relationship.
They respect the dollar. Over there, they still respect your dollar. They're not over there like, oh, I can do what you do. Instead of thinking like we can take this money, combine it together, and do something with it. You know, it's, I can do the same you do. I make as much as you make. Whatever.
These qualities make them incredibly appealing to men seeking.
You dudes over here, you know, that stick around knowing that most modern women, especially the women on podcasts, are trying to redefine dating. They're trying to redefine dating, man. What? So you don't like the way that it's always been throughout the years and centuries as far as marriage and a man's role and a woman's role? You have women out here talking about the way that the modern time should be, and you have outdated dating traditions and standards. No, man. No. Look, we let y'all know how it's going to be in the election, okay? We let you know.
Meaningful connections. For these men, women who embody these traditional values are like rare gems. When men travel to these countries, they often find themselves in environments where appreciation and respect for a partner are the norm. These women are raised to value loyalty and companionship, understanding that a healthy relationship requires effort from both sides. Those are the values that are lacking in the West.
Some of you westernized women, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can pay my own bills. I make my own money. I'm independent. I'm an alpha woman. Turn it down. What happened to the feminism? The queen, the wifey, what happened to it? But when you reach your knockout stage at 30, 35 with 2-3 kids later, then you want a man? Ladies, wake up.
I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you, right? Because you did not come out of me. I'm not your mom.
I'm not required to pay for you. I'm not required to listen to you. I'm not required to protect you. My seed.
They're straight up an attack on men. It's just crazy. Masculinity. She seems like someone that does not like men.
Didn't create you. I'm not your dad. And she is the big reason we are getting our passports. I'm not required to do anything for you. That one line alone will keep you single forever.
Shout out to the men that's been keeping it masculine this whole time and not conforming to whatever's going on in the last administration. Salute. I'm glad to be one of those as well. Your boy was getting bashed like crazy the past few years, man. But, you know what I mean? I maintain my masculine frame, and that's why this is going to be, you know what I'm saying, my year coming up and moving forward, man, because, look, man, I've been holding it down. Women want masculine men. I don't care what's been going on the past couple years. They are thirsty for masculine men. They are craving masculine men. They are tired of everything else. So if you have not been holding it down and maintaining your masculine frame, women are going to know. I'm not going to take you serious.
Literally want to be our daughters, though. Pay for everything, love them unconditionally, and expect nothing in return.
There's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started,
Absolutely.
He was so nice.
Get your
Literally
passport,
was like, hey, like, whatever, how's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people, okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her, like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, Mans is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, Mans ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence. And he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Like, that's the vibe we're on now? Okay, cool.
That man stood on business.
Yep.
He was there for one thing and one thing only. Now, I'm a strong believer in you shouldn't be frolicking, messing around with coworkers. I'm a strong believer in that, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown-ass man. I'm not your father. do what you want. But that pretty privilege ran out, huh? It ran dry. The well is dry. The audacity for that man to give you exactly what you wanted.
Man.
You rejected him. You said no, and he just let you be. The audacity. Women have been complaining about men harassing them, but the audacity of that man to comply and not harass you. The audacity. He should be stoned. He should be put in jail even. Dare I say it? He should be wiped off the face of the earth. He refused to be in the friend zone. The only way you get inside the friend zone is if you put yourself there. He refused to be played with. He was there on a mission. The mission didn't go as planned, but he got his answer. And with his answer, he did with it what he pleased. So we know why she's mad. It's not that she wanted the man secretly. No. She wanted to toy with him. You know, she wanted her ego boosted, but it got destroyed because he stood on business. Mission will always be the mission, and no woman's antics, games, her trickery, her sorcery, none of that will get in the way of the mission.
Witchcraft.
He stood on business, he stood his ground, and all men can learn from this situation. All men.
When you play hard to get, you become hard to want. This is the treatment that men today needs to give these women. If you express your feelings and get rejected, you should just move on. That is what I call knowing your worth. All she wanted was the free attention, thinking her beauty was enough to keep him around.
I appreciate you sticking around, my brother. Salute.
Unless the energy is reciprocated, these men will walk away.
A masculine man would never fall into the friend zone. And the reason is because usually masculine guys are not the nice guys. And the nice guy is somebody that doesn't say no. It's somebody that allows people to walk all over them, allows girls to just take full advantage of them. So when this happens, basically, if a girl is taking advantage of you, it's you ask her out and she makes up an excuse like why she doesn't want to hang out with you, but then she keeps texting and you allow her to keep texting you. Or maybe you hang out as friends, but she doesn't really want anything else. Why are you hanging out with her then? You're already putting yourself in the friend zone.
The more successful and powerful a man is, the less he's challenged by a woman. So sometimes on Bumble, I'll say something like, did your mom intentionally spell your name wrong? These guys need to be challenged. They need to be stimulated mentally. They're bored in their life. No one challenges them at work. No one challenges them at home if they're single. Try it.
There's a demon. There's a blue-eyed devil. It is not a woman's place to challenge you. So what is she, your supervisor? Your mammy? You don't need her to sit around doing nothing but looking for reasons to challenge you. No, get rid of her. Immediately.
I refuse to split the bill on dates.
Oh, and why is that?
Because I'm actually splitting the bill before I even get to the date.
Fascinating. I wonder if the logic that's going to be used here is going to be even remotely different from any of the other videos that are a lot like this that we've seen before.
Let me explain myself.
Please do, because I have a feeling it's going to involve many things that one would do normally on a daily basis anyway, regardless if one is going out on a date or not. So therefore, that makes this video entirely pointless.
I'm spending money to show up. As soon as I have a date scheduled, I book a cycle bar class. Then I get my eyebrows done. I see Kaylin at Bespoke Brows because I am not bringing a unibrow to happy hour.
So what I'm hearing so far is that all of these activities are done specifically and only to impress a man.
Even though I don't think my date cares about what my hands look like, I feel the need to get a manicure.
Yeah, yes, but I'm sure that one felt the need to add it to the bill anyway.
Even if I had my manicure and my brows done earlier in the week, it still takes a whole entire day to prepare for it.
Yeah, but she's not working out on a regular basis. She's still overweight. Something's not right.
Like planning my outfit, planning my hair wash schedule.
So far, I'm not really seeing the point. A person would normally do that if they're going out with friends, too. But I'm sure that one doesn't charge.
No, these women do not wash their ass. They only wash their ass on special occasion. I'm telling you.
Charge them for one's time.
Simply showering, doing my hair and makeup, and picking out an outfit could be 2 hours.
And with that, I think it would just be easier to say that one would prefer to charge by the hour.
I've never understood why women think that just because they're doing their makeup, hair and nails, a man should be obligated to cover the bill on the date. It doesn't make sense.
That was a bar, bro.
How does that even correlate?
Playing hard to get, you become hard to want. Man, cooked them.
The effort they put into their appearance is a personal choice. And when people are going out, shouldn't they want to come with their best? I don't think they understand what a date is for, but one thing we can agree on is that when they go on that date, they're only bringing their expectations and entitlement.
I had a good man last year. I let his ass go. He was a good man, but like I said, he was not my good man. He was everything that I mentioned. He did it, but in regards of what benefited him, and he demanded so much without considering who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. He paid for everything.
Okay.
Any problem you had, he fixed it.
Okay.
Sex, he was good.
You broke it off.
I broke it off. I ghosted him.
Okay, finish. Okay.
For the simple fact, he wanted to have somebody love him in he was the only child.
Okay.
So he wanted me to treat him as like his mother, hoping that I would be super affectionate, and I'm not. So that used to aggravate him to the point that he'll yell to the top of his lungs, I deserve to be loved like this. You absolutely do. So go find you somebody else that can do that for you, because I cannot hold you. I can't do that. That's not who I am. Okay. It's not that I wasn't affectionate. He wants me to be super affectionate, and that's not something that I am. And it's like, even if I try, I'm fake.
The simple truth is, he was a good man, but she wasn't a good woman for him. That man...
And that word salad babbling she did, we don't know if she was good. She don't even seem cooperative now. She seems a little bit, or a lot, aggressive, a little bit confrontational, kind of avoidant, you know? So I don't believe her, okay? I don't believe her.
Scared her away because he showed her a love she's never experienced before. All that man wanted was some affection and love, and couldn't get it. If this man that did everything for this woman still wasn't enough for her, what exactly does she want from her man? But I do respect the fact that she broke it off because she knew she did not qualify to be by his side. She did him a favor.
When a man asks you, what do you have to...
She had somebody else lined up anyway. So, you know what I mean? She had somebody else lined up.
Offer, what do you bring to the table? Then he's telling you indirectly that he does not know what value a woman brings to a relationship. And you're not going to change that, because no one has taught him the value of a woman in a relationship. For him, it's like, okay, I'm giving something from myself, so I need to know what I'm getting in return. If he asks you, what do you bring to the table? It does not mean that you bring nothing to the table.
Let her talk. Let her cook. You guys smash that like button. Salute. What a time to be alive. New election. You know what I'm saying? New president, new energy. Masculinity is back and will not be able to be squashed out. Let's go.
It means that he is never going to be able to see it. So just show him your value by living his life.
You guys, I am all dressed cute, ready to go on a date. My date comes, he's 40 minutes late.
Someone's been crying.
He's 40 minutes late to pick me up. He comes into my house. He uses my bathroom. And then he breaks up with me. While I'm wearing this cute outfit, and now I'm sitting here crying. I'm just wondering when this is gonna stop happening. Oh my God, this man.
Cue the fake tears.
He has $67 in his bank account. And I'm literally crying about him.
One thing that baffles me, and I guess men, you guys can chime in, why would me in my mid-20s want to date an old man for free? Why would I want a 50-year-old boyfriend for free? Why would I want to date an old man who is not going to give me any money? Like, I think a lot of men are delusional. I think maybe Korn has morphs your brains, and no young girl wants to date an old man for free. Okay, unless your name.
You hear that, fellas? They're telling you up front, go ahead and pay for it. And this is one of their major talking points for when the passport bros start going overseas. Like, oh, you're over there tricking. They're over here tricking, and they got the highest STDs, man. I'm gonna get up out of here.
It's Jeff Bezos. We don't want to date you for free. Okay? There's no benefits in dating an old man. Okay? The only benefits you might get are stares from other people. So unless you're trying to fund my life, I don't want to date an old man for free. I don't want an old boyfriend. I don't want a geriatric boyfriend unless he's funding my life. Okay? There is no true love when there's a significant age gap. If I want a boyfriend with no financial benefits, I'm gonna date a guy, a hot guy, my own age, who looks great.
Do you think that there's gonna be significant love with a guy her own age? No. She loves the money.
Who everyone's gonna say, damn, your boyfriend is cute. I'm gonna date someone my own age. If I want to date for true love, I'm gonna date a guy who's also in his 20s. But if I'm dating a guy who's old, it's for profit, okay? It's not for true love.
If she's the kind of woman that would date an older guy knowing that she's only doing it for profit, then she's not a good woman that would date a guy her age for love. She's just talking, man. Circle talk, babble.
Apparently, she's going for the highest bidder. You know, there's a name for this kind of profession.
Exactly.
This woman is clearly only willing to date older men for money. And if you really think about it, she's telling you something here. It's not about love or building a meaningful connection. It's about what a man can offer her financially. She's essentially putting a price on herself, treating relationships like a transaction.
Exactly.
When a woman is only willing to date a man based on how much he can provide, it reveals her true priorities. These are women who will do anything for money, even throwing away her values.
Yep.
The only good thing here is that she's revealing her red flags, telling good men to stay away.
Here are 3 things you can tell about a man who asks what you bring to the table.
I've been seeing these types of videos a lot, and it seems that some women are not liking it when the tables have turned, and men start asking the same questions that women have been asking them for years.
Yeah.
So let's listen to what they have to say.
Yeah, young or middle-aged or old, a guy that has himself together is not dealing with her, okay? That's why she's talking about older guys paying for it. And she's not with nobody, so where's the young guys that want her? Just talking, making herself feel better, you know, helping herself sleep at night.
Number 1, he views relationships as transactional. Number 2, he has unmet needs. Number 3, he dehumanizes a partner.
Okay, so if we're really to think about what they just said, that means that any woman who also asks the same question of a man, of what they bring to the table, would also, in the spirit of equality, be guilty of being those same things, right? Or is it somehow different when a man asks it of a woman? I wonder.
Without knowing it, you might feel like you're at an interview.
Wait, that is exactly what a first date is, and dating in general, actually. It is an interview process in order to be able to determine whether 2 people are actually compatible to be in a long-term committed relationship with each other. And these difficult questions, such as what does the other person bring to the table in terms of the relationship, do need to be asked. Otherwise, it's just going to be a waste of each other's time.
For the right woman, love, respect, and honesty. That's what I expect also. Probably why I've been single for 2 years.
Yeah, but
my ex of 1 year told me I didn't bring anything to the relationship. Yet I fixed her roof and took her out and bought her.
Gotta stop simping. Look, y'all, you're gonna want to shoot for respect. All the other stuff, you're lucky if you get it. If you do, it'll be fleeting. Shoot for that respect. Once she starts disrespecting you, walk out the door, man. It's not that serious.
Stuff and looked out for her. My wife and I never had that conversation about bringing stuff to the table. We just had... He must be qualified.
Even if you're like the most perfect girl, he's not going to settle down if he's not ready. He's going to settle down when he is ready, and chances are he's going to be ready when he's much older.
I hate to say this, but I think that women have to lower their standards. Before you go crazy on me, just hear me out. The amount of chronically single girlfriends that I know, either approaching their 30s or already in their 30s, that are like wanting to settle down and have a family, but can't, is an epidemic at this point. And we're talking about women that are financially stable, have educations, are beautiful, have their fathers in their lives, like come from nice families.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, once that ideology is set in and they're fembodied out, it's over. It's over. And we'll let you know we're not dealing with it. So you guys do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I know there's some ladies out there that find me attractive. Hence the reason why you hate watch me. So since you're hate watching anyway from a fake account, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. The engagement is everything. I'm somewhat shadow banned for speaking the truth, but I'm not going to stop. All right. Anyway, love and light. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a single broadcast episode. You don't want to. You don't know what I'm going to do. You know it's entertaining. You know, are you not entertained? Let's go. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
In this game,
now make sure y'all subscribe. Let's go.
You gotta have that